Welcome to Pop Chaos, where your down payment is never more than a nickel.
Hello.
I'm Brian.
I'm Jay.
What are we going to talk about today?
Well, it's technically
Thought about talking
not.
about burritos.
No, Burrito Hut will sue us. Can't talk about burritos.
That's true.
Yeah. Frickin'
That is
Burrito
true.
Hut. Let's see. What's something we can talk about? Something that's been going on recently. What about X-Men?
X-Men 97, yes, debuted this past week.
Yeah, and holy shit, people have lost their fucking minds.
Does not surprise me.
Well, I mean, I wanted to talk about the show, but there's so much going on in the community. The people are just looking for things to bitch about, and I know people are going to come back and say, oh, it's just the memes, it's just the memes. Yeah, well, the fucking memes need to fucking die, because it's ridiculous, it's stupid.
It is. The whole thing about Rogue's ass is alone is annoying, but it's the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, that was going on well before the show ever came out, but no, now they're just looking for anything to complain about. Gambit wore a crop top, Bishop's too small, blah blah blah. I mean, oh my god, you can't just accept that the show is good.
No, apparently you can't. Apparently that is forbidden.
Well, fun is forbidden. We've said this over and over again. You can't have fun with anything anymore.
That's true. That is very true.
I mean, I thought about pulling up some of the Facebook stuff that I've seen and going through it, but I don't really know if I want to go and do that, because people pitch fit. Oh, you showed my name. Well, you put it online. Okay, I mean, if you didn't want it to be known, why did you put it online?
Yeah. Well, I say why give these people the kind of spotlight they probably crave.
Oh, that's true. That's absolutely true. But anyway, we'll talk about honestly, what did you think of the show? Because we've seen the first 2 episodes. Third episode comes out later this week.
Honestly, I was blown away by how good it was.
I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Oh, I expected it to be as good as the 90s show. I didn't expect it to surpass the 90s show.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like it's better than the original show. I mean, I don't want to get into spoiler territory for people that haven't seen it, but there was just so many things that they did that just really surprised me.
Both little and big.
Well, I mean, they're following the comics a lot, and I appreciate that, because I mean, I grew up reading the comics. Another thing people are bitching about is Magneto's costume. I mean, he looks stupid, and it's where did this come from? Well, read the fucking comics. That's where it came from.
Yep. I like that costume personally.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, he wore it during the trial of Magneto, with the Avengers. It's a classic costume.
I mean, his classic costume's always going to be class.
Right.
Led by Magneto, aim to
But I like this one, and there's another costume he had in the comics where he had like a purple jumpsuit with white gloves and boots.
I remember that one too, yeah.
I like that one.
People are complaining. Let's see, what else were they complaining about? Oh yeah, the Rogue and Magneto relationship. Again, read the comics. I mean, I know it's hard. I know a lot of you people just want to watch the MCU and you want to watch the cartoons and stuff, but if you really want to know about the characters, read the comics, not the modern comics. The modern comics are terrible. But the classic comics like the Claremont runs, the Claremont was great.
Mm-hmm. Very much better.
So, what surprised you about the 2 episodes? I mean, there's a lot to unpackage here.
One thing that surprised me was how they had tweaked every character.
Well, what I liked,
they improved on their personality.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It felt like everybody was important. There was like no secondary characters.
It's like somebody actually looked at the characters and said, okay, why would I care about this character? Let's make this character likable. I really like that.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. I mean, the show pretty much starts off on a bang. They get right into, the story and the action.
They were a lot more inventive with some of the action sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Than they were on the previous show. But then again, it is a TV-14 show.
Well, I was going to say, the choreography was done a lot better. I mean, not to say the old show was bad. I mean, I love the old show, but I mean, I don't know. Everything the animation looks more fluid. It just looks more polished. The fight scenes are done very well. They got the original voice cast back, which I really like. I mean, it just feels like a continuation, which is what it is.
They didn't get all the original voice cast. I think a few of them passed away.
Yeah, but I mean, the majority they got back.
Yeah, I think the Magneto voice actor is new.
I think you're right. I think he is. Yeah.
But it was, I was blown away by how they gave certain characters more of a personality than they had before.
Well, I never was a huge Cyclops fan. I mean, I never disliked him, and I never was a huge fan, but I actually really like him in this show. It's like they're actually giving him a bit more of a personality, like you said.
Yeah, that's pretty much who I was thinking of when I said that. He seemed to be enjoying his role in the X-Men more.
Well, another thing, we've always talked about Storm and her speeches in the original show. I didn't find that her speeches annoying this time.
No, the one we were talking about before we started recording, or the one that where Scott had a really good line and then Storm came in.
Right.
That sounded more like a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do we want to get into spoiler territory? Because there's really not a lot to talk about unless we do. So I say, if you haven't seen it,
I say spoil it away.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, maybe stop watching, stop listening to us, and go watch it first, because it's just, there's so much that happened. It's kind of hard to talk about without spoiling anything. First of all, Sunspot. I really liked the way they brought him in. Yeah.
Yeah. Cocky, arrogant, but not annoying.
Right. And they actually did that whole role reversal thing with Jubilee. It's like he's in her place and now she's actually like trying to help him. They actually made her feel like a part of the team. I liked that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jubilee's personality was way different. She's a little more confident.
Well, I was going to say, she got pissed off at Wolverine and blasted him. I was like, well, that's different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jubilee doesn't seem as timid as she was in the original series.
right, right. I'm wondering what other characters they're going to bring into the show. I'm wondering if we're going to see Angel slash Archangel make an appearance again. I'm wondering if we're going to see Psylocke. I'm wondering if we're going to see uh, Emma
From what I've heard,
Frost.
Nightcrawler is coming in.
I think he's supposed to be in the third episode. I'm not positive on that, but I'm thinking the third episode he's supposed to be in it.
I hope so, because he's one of my favorites.
Not me.
I love the way that... Well, yeah, there you go. I love the way they handled Morph.
I was kind of concerned about Morph. I actually like him better in this series than I did in the original.
He has a personality.
Yeah, he's not just, cannon fodder,
He's not just there.
Right. And I like how he is there to cheer up Logan, throwing the chips at him and then turning into Sabretooth and all that. I thought that was really good.
My God, they used his powers. Wow.
I know, he was turning into fucking everybody.
Yeah, I couldn't believe who all he turned into, and it's a great way to cameo certain characters.
Right. I mean, let's see. There was Lady Deathstrike, Colossus, Psylocke, Warren, Archangel. Let's see, who else did he turn into?
Well, you aforementioned Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, yep. By the way, people are going to probably be correcting us. His name's Sabretooth, not Sabertoot. It's an inside joke.
Yeah. We'll let you in on it sometime.
Yeah, when you grow up and can handle it, we'll explain it to you.
When you're older, we'll let you know.
That's right. But until then, here's your milk and cookies.
Nobody told me there was milk and cookies.
Well, shh, there's not. I'm setting them up for disappointment.
Damn it.
I is a mean. Let's see. Okay, so let's just.
Wolverine seemed a little more playful.
Well, I mentioned this to you after we watched it, and we probably should have just waited until the show to talk about any of it. But I like that they carried over the Wolverine and Cyclops drama, but it's different now because, whereas before they were fighting over Jean, or they were fighting over Cyclops being too uptight, and, being the leader and telling Wolverine what to do. Now it's the fact that Logan knows that he and Jean are leaving, and that's why he's pissed off. I thought that was a really good role reversal. Not really a role reversal, more of a dynamic, and, why that's continuing.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something I loved.
Okay.
I love the cocky Gambit.
Oh yeah, Gambit was always that way in the comic, and it's one reason I fell in love with him. He became one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character.
But he wasn't annoying.
No.
There's a fine line between being cocky and likable and cocky and annoying. And they've managed to walk that line really well.
Well, I don't think it may be the original voice actor. I don't think it is for Gambit, but whoever they got to do his voice, he has that smoothness, and it really works for the character.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the same voice actress for Rogue.
I think it is, actually. I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, if it is, she's toned down the accent.
I don't know. I kind of thought maybe she bumped it up a little bit for at 97. I'm going to look it up and see if it's the same one. I think it's the same woman, the same lady.
Might be, but I swear she sounded different.
Let's see. Well, I know Jean is different because it's Jennifer Hale that's Jean in this one, and she does a lot of video game voice acting. She's in Mass Effect and a bunch of other games. I'm normally not a huge fan of Jennifer Hale's, mostly because she just fucking was everywhere in everything, but I thought she did really good as Jean. Let's see. Lenore Zan is the lady's name that is Rogue. I'm gonna look, see if she did it. Yeah, she was Rogue in the original animated series as well. Yeah.
I swear she sounds different.
She does sound different, but let's see. Cal Dodd Wolverine, he's the same.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looking. Okay, Gambit. Chris Potter was Gambit in the original series. Let's see who plays him in this one. Because I'm curious. Wow. Is he even listed? There he is. AJ. I can't pronounce his last name. Locasio, I guess. Yeah, so it's a different voice actor.
Oh, we forgot one piece of controversy before the show even aired.
Oh.
Remember the voice actor for Sunspot was not dark enough to play Sunspot?
Yes.
His skin tone was too light.
Why is this even a thing?
This is stupidity is what this is. Pure and simple.
I don't understand why the color of someone's skin determines what kind of voice they can do in an animated series. That doesn't that just doesn't compute for me. I don't get it.
I don't understand it myself. It's silly and it's stupid, and it's just, I think, nitpicking.
Well, you know, they had to cancel Apu on The Simpsons for the same fucking reason.
Yeah. Well, remember they canceled Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah.
Because people were offended, and Mexican Americans were not offended by Speedy Gonzales and demanded he be brought back.
But then they had to get rid of Looney Tunes altogether because they were too violent. Whatever. But we're getting off topic. Okay, so going in again to spoiler territory, the ending of episode 2.
Wow.
I didn't expect them to pull that out as fast as they did. I expected it to drag on towards the end of the season. I'm really curious how they're going to do this. I'm really excited to see Madeline Pryor come out as the Goblin Queen.
Well, they're also Sinister is supposed to come in. There's supposed to be an episode with Morph and Sinister.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I had that episode list the other day. I don't know if that was real or if that was fake or if it was leaked or what, but it was the name of the episodes, but you couldn't really tell much about it just from the names. But I saw a picture of Nightcrawler and Gambit and Rogue somewhere, and like I said, I think that's supposed to be the 3rd episode. I'm not 100% sure. I hope it is. But I'm really curious to see how the Jean Madeline thing is going to play. If it's going to be very similar to the comics or if they're going to take it in a totally different direction.
I'm kind of curious about that one myself. One thing I was impressed with was Cyclops' fight against the Friends of Humanity.
Yeah, and that's something we need to address. I don't know why people think that Cyclops shoots lasers from his eyes. He does not.
Oh, they changed his powers a little bit.
Okay.
I saw a video today where they were talking about how his powers are he opens a portal to a dimension that has the concussive blast. That's why he can't control it.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, they're concussive blasts. They're not a laser. They're not heat. There's no heat. It's literally his optic blast is like getting punched in the face, just a lot harder depending on how bad he wants to hurt you.
Yep. But his fight, I just love the fact that Scott actually looked like he was having fun fighting.
I mean, he made short work of them too. I mean, they instead of making it to where, you know, they ganged up on him and kicked his butt, you know, it actually showed that he has trained and is able to take them down by himself without any problem because of the extensive training, which is the way it should be.
Yeah. That was amazing.
And your boy, Executioner, actually did something.
Yeah.
Because I hate to say
I was
it.
impressed with that.
I was going to say, I hate to say it, but in the comics, he was kind of a throwaway character.
Yeah, he was there and then he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, and they made such a big deal out of him in the 90s when he first came out. I mean, he got a figure and everything, and they was like, oh, he's going to be the next big villain, and then I don't remember him really doing anything.
Well, to be fair, everybody got a figure in the 90s.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, everybody got a figure in the 90s. They showed up on the page one time, they got a figure.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. I mean, shit. Fuck, Tusk got a figure, and Comcast got a figure.
Slayback, Kill Spree.
Like I said, Comcast. Yeah, Senyaka. Yeah.
And I swear I don't think he was in the comics more than twice.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was. If he was, I don't remember, because he was again there and then gone.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, since we brought up Executioner, what do you think about him shooting Storm? Do you think that they're going to drag that out for a while, or do you think that that's going to be resolved pretty quickly?
Well, if that episode list that you had you read off is true, then Life Death Part 1 and 2 should be the resolution of that.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, because it's going to be a 3-parter, according to that list. It's going to be a 3-parter for the series or the season finale. Let me see if I can find that list again.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the storyline where she got her powers back with Forge was called Life Death.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've read that. I'm no expert.
No.
I ain't staying Holiday Inn.
Okay, here we go. I've got the listing and a short summary of each episode. I'll go through here. We got 1 and 2, which I'm not going to go over. We've seen that. Episode 3 is going to be called Fire Made Flesh. And it says, when a visitor arrives at the mansion with a dangerous secret that threatens Cyclops and Jean's relationship, the team is propelled into a tragic confrontation with an immortal mad scientist. Gee, wonder who that could be.
I think I know.
I'm thinking I know too. And at episode 4, Life Death Part 1. Okay. On her birthday, a nostalgic Jubilee is forced to relive the X-Men's greatest adventure when an entertainment system transports her into a 16-bit video game. Interesting. So then episode 5 is not going to be the conclusion to that. That's going to be, episode 5 is called Remember It. And it says, as Genosha prepares to join the UN, select members of the team head to the island nation to be honorees. Back at the mansion, a behind-the-scenes press event risks airing the X-Men's dirty laundry. Okay. Life Death Part 2 is episode 6. Storm is forced to face her worst fears in order to free herself. Interesting. So what I'm thinking, knowing what I know about Storm, her worst fears would... I wonder if that's going to have to do with her claustrophobia.
Possibly. It could also be losing people.
Or the Shadow King.
Yeah.
I mean, Orphan Maker and Nanny. I mean, that's how she met Gambit in the comics. You know, when she was turned into a child again. Yeah. Okay. Episode 7, Bright Eyes. Cyclops focuses the X-Men on finding Bolivar Trask. However, when the team locates the Sentinel inventor, they realize that they all have been played by a mastermind. Oh, mastermind. Okay. I'm wondering if... I'm wondering if that's alluding to the Hellfire Club then. Yeah, okay.
Possible.
Okay, and then the
wonder if they're going to be called the Hellfire Club or the Inner Circle again.
I hope it's Hellfire Club, considering that, like you said, it's TV-14. I never liked... I understood why they called it the Inner Circle in the original series. I do, but I always thought that sounded dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 3-parter is called Tolerance is Extinction. Part 1 says the X-Men must unite to face a new threat. Okay. Part 2 says the X-Men work to settle the score before it's too late. And then Part 3, the X-Men's dream is put to the test as mutant-human relations reach a tipping point. And that's all we got. So, not giving a whole lot away with the summaries.
No, I did like the fact that what's her name was back, Val Cooper.
Yes. Yeah,
I really like that.
I was surprised by that as well. I was honestly kind of surprised that President Kelly didn't make an appearance yet.
I'm kind of surprised about that one myself.
To be honest with you, I'm actually surprised that they started the series off with the Sentinels like they did with the original series. That surprised me.
Oh, remember how I was talking about they had changed the intro, the villain lineup?
Yeah, they put Emma Frost in instead of Warpath or Thunderbird.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, she's in there.
They put Lady Death. She was always in there.
Was she? I don't think so.
They put Lady Deathstrike in.
Yeah, they put Lady Deathstrike in too, but I swear I think that in the original, I don't think Emma was in there.
It's possible. I saw a picture. I didn't get a good look at it, but I noticed that they had added Deathstrike in.
They did. Yeah, they definitely added Lady Deathstrike. Here, let's see.
Previously.
Let me get to that point in the intro here, and I'm going to screen share with you so we can take a look here.
Okay, let me make sure that's pulled up. Let's see. Okay, see that bald guy?
Yeah.
Okay. and Thunderbird. Those two are gone.
Right. Matter of fact, hang on a second. I'm just going to throw this up on screen so people will have something to look at. Once I get everything... There we go. Now people can see it. Yeah, so this is the original intro. I have no idea who the bald guy is supposed to be. We got Juggernaut and Thunderbird, Bald Dude, Pyro, Mystique, Sabretooth, Avalanche, and obviously Magneto back there.
His gloves are miscolored.
Whose are?
Magneto's.
Are they?
In the show, they're red.
That's true, yeah. And then let me...
They got them colored. They got them comic colored.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at this. I'll fast forward here. Yeah.
Okay. They did add Emma.
Yeah.
They added Emma and Lady Deathstrike. And they color corrected Magneto's gloves.
Yeah, they did. They did. And I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the original animation, but the character models just look better in the new show, I think.
Well, animation technology's advanced in what, 20 years?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bound to look better. I don't know if they use the computer to clean it up or what. But I mean, that's cell drawn.
Actually, I dare say that's probably computer. That's been done probably with computers on Wacom tablets instead of on paper and emulsion like it used to be. Because let's see. The original X-Men series, when did it first start airing? It started airing
92, I believe.
91, 92, something like that. 92, you're right. Okay, so they were still doing hand-drawn on paper back then. So I'm wanting to say 96 or 97 is when computers and like Wacom tablets started taking over as the norm for animation. So that's one reason why we have such crisp looking detail and everything. I mean, we've gone over this on like the anime episodes before when Madison was on the show and all that, but still, not taking anything away from the old series. I still think it's great, but
oh no. The background looks better too.
It does. I mean, it's beautiful. The artwork is just beautiful. I mean, can't say enough good things about it.
I can. The artwork owes me $10.
$2.
$2.
You know, something that I've always wanted them to include in the X-Men animated series that I'm surprised they never have, especially considering the original X-Men animated pilot. Why have they not brought Kitty Pryde in?
I'm surprised at that one myself.
Originally, I thought, well, you know, she was basically Jubilee before Jubilee, but
yeah,
they could just bring her in older now. I mean, hell, they're including the Magneto Rogue relationship, which I never thought they would do. You know, so that's from the comics. So why not have some storyline written where Kitty was part of the team, but she left and now she's coming back? I don't know. They could do something.
They could definitely, if they wanted to, introduce her in Excalibur.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, just have her have been in, you know, in Excalibur It'd be a nice way to bring in other characters like Captain Britain and Megan, and hell, that's how they could bring Kurt back. But I don't think they'll do that.
There is a strong possibility that there may be a cameo or a guest appearance in X-Men 97 Season 2.
That would be awesome.
A big one. You know who they're talking about bringing in?
Who?
Spidey.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
Really? Huh.
Yes.
Well,
there's talk of bringing Spider-Man in for a cameo.
I mean, they had that crossover in the original series with Spider-Man.
Yep. It just makes sense.
Well, not only that, but if X-Men continues doing well, who's to say that they won't do a continuation of Spider-Man? I mean, they're going to want to make money, you know, and right now X-Men is pretty hot. This show is hot, so I think a lot of people out there would want to see a continuation of the Spider-Man show.
From what I understand, it has a near perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes, if not a perfect score.
I think the last time I looked, and let's see, we'll actually go over there and take a look here. I think that, hell, having technical difficulties here. 1 second. There we go.
You said testicle difficulties.
Yeah. I got testicle difficulty one time. It kind of hurt my head.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. But
well, I don't either.
It's just okay. All right. Wow. Yeah. I didn't even get to finish my thought there, but here we go. It has the average tomato meter, whatever the fuck that means, is 100%, and audience score is 92%. That's damn near perfect.
That's critics have been, from what I understand, the critics have been very vocal about how good the show is.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes before.
It happens every now and again.
Yeah, 100%. That's impressive. I mean, I'm totally. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to read the comics, love the comics, but I don't like the direction that they've been taking the comics in the past few years. Hell, I'll say the past 10 to 15 years. So I kind of quit reading them. But this has gotten me really back into X-Men. This is what I needed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This has definitely been a shot in the arm for my love of the X-Men.
Well, I mean, I even quit buying Marvel Legends figures. I had quit. I had stopped. And then I watched the show and I was like, oh shit, I have to get the X-Men figures. And I've got Jean and Madeline Pryor, and I ordered Gambit, and I got to get the rest of them. You know, I'm going to make me a little shelf over here in the recording studio here by the computer, and just have all of them set up.
I've been quietly building teams.
Yeah.
I've been built. That's why I got it right. I had to order the latest wave, which you might want to get on and order that because Wolfsbane is in it.
Yeah, I was tempted the other night to pick up Wolfsbane because I always liked her.
That completes. That'll be a nice completion to your X Factor.
That's true. Yeah, I need to get her.
Is a strong guy.
He was a Build-A-Figure, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have parts of old strong guy around here somewhere, but I'll probably just get a complete one on eBay or something.
that would probably be the best way to do it.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of people probably listen to our quote reviews or our thoughts on stuff like this and like, well, you guys suck at reviews. Yeah, well, we're not technically reviewing, we're just talking. That's as we've pointed out before,
we're just giving our thoughts and impressions and
right,
and talking about how X-Men 97 has basically reignited our love of the X-Men as a franchise.
And I didn't want to get too much into the negativity of what people are saying, like on Facebook and shit like that, because I honestly don't really want to give these people that much credit, because I mean, really, you're going to bitch about Gambit wearing a quote crop top, or you don't like Magneto's costume, or Bishop is too small, or really? I mean, let's go back to Transformers G1. Do you know how many episodes there was when there was like 5 Starscreams floating around, or 2 Optimus Primes, or somebody would talk and it would be somebody else's voice? It's, I mean, those were animation flubs. That was errors. And this is totally different. I get that, but just the point is, I enjoyed Transformers regardless of the flaws. Can you not just enjoy it yeah.
It's like getting an ice cream cone and complaining because the ice cream cone itself wasn't perfect.
Or the ice cream was melting inside the cone.
Yeah, it's just enjoy the treat and don't focus so much on the nitpicky stuff.
Just be thankful you got it. Because
they could have half-assed this in a major way.
They could have not even given it to us. I mean, yeah. I'll bring it up again. Brian and I lived through the era where there was no Star Wars, there was no G.I. Joe, there was no Transformers. There was a serious drought of cool shit. But now people have anything that they want, and it's never good enough.
It's like people look for reasons to complain.
Yeah, they do. But anyway, we don't script this. We just talk.
No.
It's just two nerds talking to each other. So if you like that, subscribe, watch some of our other stuff, share, leave a comment. Thank you to everybody that has been leaving comments lately. We try to get back to most everybody that does leave a comment. Sometimes we don't get the chance to, but we don't, it's not like we don't appreciate it anyway, even if we don't respond.
That's true. We definitely read everybody's comments.
Absolutely. I mean, even if you leave a shitty negative comment, I don't care. I mean, that's what the comments are there for, and I will never turn the comments off. I don't think that's a good thing. I think, the comments are there for a reason. If you got something negative to say, I would prefer you be constructive criticism and say, hey, you guys could do this better or whatever. And we'll take that criticism and we'll look at it and say, hey, maybe we can do this better. But, if you just want to be like, you guys suck, eat a turd and die. Well, that's your prerogative. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd prefer I'd prefer some creative criticism, constructive criticism, and not just insults.
Same, yeah, but I'm just saying. I was saying that to try to be funny, because but anyway.
I know. And sad thing is, there are people who would actually leave a comment like that.
No, we're going to get comments now. Eat a turd and die.
No thanks. I'm not hungry.
Yeah, actually, not getting off topic of X-Men for a minute, and talking about the show. I was going to ask you about something, and you know, maybe people that are listening, maybe they have an opinion on it too. What would you think of us trying to do a live stream sometime?
I think that would be interesting. I would be all for it.
I mean, it would be no editing. It would just be us sitting here talking, much like we do on the show now. But I mean, I will say I do some editing. You know, if we fuck up or something, I'll fix it and that sort of thing before I upload. But a live stream, I think, could be interesting.
You do?
I do.
Shit.
Damn shit. Yeah, you got that doo-doo. But I don't know, it would have to be a topic that we could just sit down and really talk about, because it's weird. We'll talk on the phone, you know, it's like, shit, we should have been recording this for the podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't count how many times that's happened.
A lot. It happens a lot. But on that note, I mean, we talked a little bit about X-Men. I think it's great. I'm really curious to see where it goes. I know Brian is as well.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I am.
if you don't have anything else, I say we just go ahead and end it there.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. Guys, again, thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. Subscribe, share, you know, continue watching. We do really appreciate it. Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We do. We definitely do. It means a lot.
Don't just like it, love it. Just take it home, wine it and dine it, and Netflix and chill with these videos. Yeah, I mean, no, wait, no. I mean, no. That's going a little too far. No, don't do that. But, yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
It's okay to love the videos. It's not okay to
Love the videos. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're out. I'm Jay.
I'm Brian.
And we will see you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.